Okay, I have yet another update for this. The build is taking shape as I've figured out most of my design choices and done a little hacking on the case. Let's see where to start. First, the radiator, I guess. I'm only going with 2 fans and push in the back because I think that's all I'm going to need with this radiator. Should be just fine. The grill on the back where the back fan goes there is usually it's beveled outwards towards the outside of the case. So to mount the radiator back there, I got a hammer and bashed it in kind of so at least it's a flat face in the back. So that's what I came up with there. This way I'm going to come through here, and yes, I know these holes look kind of ghetto with the tape, but whatever, it works. It keeps the tubes from getting chopped up while they go through there. Let's see. Here's the other side of the fill port down here with a nozzle on it, and then the tube runs down in here to my reservoir. And here's the reservoir with the 2 tubes on it. And that will run up to the processor whenever it gets here. And then the bottom of the reservoir runs down here into the pump down there. And I can't focus, there we go. And then from the pump up here through the top up to the radiator. This is the design I decided I came up with. The reason for the 2 zip ties down here is I'm going to have 2 video cards in here, and they're going to be Radeon HD 4890s. And if any of you have ever used these cards, they get very hot while running. And so I don't want this return tubing here touching any of the video cards, so I zip tied it over here out of the way. I did a mock setup a couple days ago. It doesn't seem to affect flow at all. That's one of the nice things of using thick tubing like this, is it's I can bend it like this. It doesn't even affect flow rate at all. Let's see. And I can turn it around. And show you some stuff up here. I'll put another fan in top. What I'm planning to do is have the fans blow in from the outside into the case, and then another fan up here exhausting upwards to exhaust all the air out of the case. And it should work just fine. Let's see. I'll show you some more hardware I'm going to be using here in just a moment. So let me sit this down and grab a couple things real quick. Let's see, get it to focus. This is the power supply I'll be using for this build. It's a 700 watt Cooler Master. It's 80 plus. It doesn't say it on here, but it is. 52 amps. It should be good enough for this build. And then let me grab the other 2 things real quick. This is one of the HD 4890s I'll be using in the case. This is a thermal take one. No, this is VisionTech. And it has this nice aftermarket heatsink on it and everything. Turn it around. See here? It's got the big heatsink on the VRMs and everything. And this will probably be the primary card. And let me go in here and get the second one real fast. This is the second 4890 I'll be using. It's a XFX. Neither one of these are overclocked. They're both stock speed, so they should work together just fine. I've used them in Crossfire before already several times, and they work great. So that's the plan so far, and that's some of the hardware. I actually last night saw the tracking number for the CPU Waterblock finally got an update through the system saying that it passed through Houston 11 days after the seller marked it as shipped, but it is on its way. And let's see, this is Wednesday now. I think it's the 10th today, 10th of December, something like that. And so it should be here later this week, and the whole build's kind of held up until then. I got all the parts here and everything, but I'm just waiting for that. I also have another 3 megabyte cache Wolfdale 45 nanometer dual core coming, and I plan to use that on the build. I think it's got a 10 or 10.5 multiplier, so with the high FSP this board can do, it should be capable of 5 gigahertz, and hopefully this will cool it. I only paid $11 for it. I got these video cards cheap. I bought this XFX one used earlier this year for $40. I actually got very lucky and scored this VisionTech one off eBay for $9 on auction once. Yeah, actually $9. I mean, I bid on it and nobody else bid on it, and I scored it, so whatever, I got a crazy deal on that. So anyway, that's it for now, and here's the build, and I'll show y'all more later as it progresses.